Chair recognizes Representative Wilhour.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll go to the constitutional amendment, but I want to really just briefly address previous comments from the other side of the aisle directed at a colleague from Southern Illinois. And I would just say that it is offensive to say that our communities and our education system shouldn't receive money from tax increases just because we don't vote for them. I got a news flash for you. People in our districts, they pay taxes as well. Yeah, people in Southern Illinois, they pay taxes. We're just as entitled to the spending as what you are. And to this bill, this state has major issues. Nobody denies that. But low taxes is certainly not one of them. This body has done nothing. It's done nothing to address the major issues that's holding our economy at ransom. We've done nothing to relieve the pressure of middle-class homeowners. All we ever do in this body is ask for taxpayers to put up more money to prop up an unsustainable government system that's led by politicians who have shown over and over they've proven themselves untrustworthy with that money. Illinois politicians need to grow a backbone. Dealing with these big issues requires political courage. That's what's called for at a time like this. Fiscal responsibility, fiscal restraint, proper prioritization. These are the principles that should be directing our policy in this chamber. We can't address out-of-control property taxes. We can't properly fund our education system without addressing the major cost drivers: pensions, Medicaid, the sheer volume of government, burdensome regulations on our industries. If we're going to open up the Constitution, let's talk about an amendment that gives us the flexibility to make our pension systems fair and sustainable for future generations without crowding out the core services that we see right now. This body needs to deal with the issues, the real issues. Taxpayers in my districts, in your districts, they deserve accountability, and they're not getting it from this government. Here's an idea. Let's put some policies in place that would spur economic growth. Let's stop stifling our economy with job-killing regulations like we do over and over in this chamber. And listen up, this is important. A growing economy that creates jobs and opportunities is the only sustainable revenue pathway that will sustain the future of this state. Until this body gets their fiscal act together, not another dime should be asked from hardworking taxpayers, period. This legislation does nothing to address the structural issues. It does not promote economic growth. It increases the power of the permanent political class under this dome. I was sent here by hardworking taxpayers in Southern Illinois to fight for real reform, promote sound fiscal policies, and limit our exposure to the career political class here in Springfield. This legislation completely flies in the face of every one of those principles. So I'd urge all of my colleagues to vote no to the status quo. And for once, I would ask this body to stand up for the overtaxed, overburdened Illinois taxpayers. Vote no on this amendment. Thank you.
Chair recognizes